They're basically thinking, we've got a crisis, we're going to take a liberty, and we're going to charge them more money, and we know they can't afford it, and we know they can't feed their kids, and we know they can't put the eating on, but you know what, sod them, we're thinking about our own pockets and our investors' pockets and our big board of directors who are lining their pockets. That's all they're thinking about. They're selfish, they're wrong, it's disgusting, and energy bills, if they don't come down, I feel like I'll have to do a march around London, and I'll get a little team with me. I will.
Tom Skinner, how are you?
I'm very well. I'm recovering from Cheltenham.
Yeah, I was about to ask you about that.
Well, my first ever time.
Yeah.
Went there for the opening day, Tuesday. Was there all day yesterday, and all I can say is, if you haven't been, you got to go.
Yeah.
It's different class. Do you know what I mean? I didn't really get to watch much of the horse racing, but I met some great people, and it's fantastic.
Not much racing. That means a few pints then.
Draft beer in pubs is now 11p cheaper. Yeah. Now that's not a lot of money, and beers in London are far too expensive. Where I live, there's a pub at the end of my road. It's £2.70 for a pint of Stella. Most places in West London, especially, you're looking at near on £6.
Yeah, £7.
£7. It's ridiculous, yeah. So obviously people, but then the rent's a lot higher, you know, the staff are a lot more expensive, so you understand they've got to get their exes, but 11p, we go to work every week, me and my friends. Friday, we go, that's it, we've worked hard, we've deserved it, we're going to put down our tools, lock up our warehouses, park up our vans, and have a couple of pints. It's what we all do, yeah? And that's we look forward to it. So, I know it's 11p, but say there's 10 of yous, yeah? 10 years, and you'll have 10 pints, 100 pints, you saved £11. Think of it that way.
100 pint Fridays, mate. Yeah, let's go.
£11, yeah, on a 52 week. I'm not the best at maths, but what's that? 552, nearly £600 a year saved between a group of mates. That is excessive pint drinking. but no, but like what I'm saying is I think even though 11p on draft is all right, I think we need to maybe look at lowering the price of beer in working places like West London and Central London, because all right, the big city brokers and the people on the big can afford it, yeah, and they're paying on company credit cards. But look at the builders, the grafters, the market traders who are out there who, it's 11p, you know what I mean? Help them out a little bit.
Well, I guess as well, if you're talking about small business owners, corporation tax going up to 25% as well.
It's gone from 19% to 25%, isn't it?
Yeah, it has, Tom, yeah.
People don't realise, and I'm going to go off on a tangent now, yeah, but people don't realise SMEs, small businesses, are the backbone of the UK. The NHS is funded, by the tax that small businesses generate. Now, they're squeezing them out, they're losing them. If we lose small businesses, which is they're falling like faster than they've ever done in the last 30 years, it's saying like more small businesses are going out of business because they simply can't survive. What with energy crisis, cost of living going up, you know, there's no profit in anything. Fuels, I know we've got the fuel freeze, but fuel's still double expensive. And now they're getting it with another 6% on corporation tax. When we lose them, who's going to pay for the NHS? Who's going to pay to repair the roads? You know what I mean? We can't rely on these big corporations like Amazon that literally don't pay any tax at all. So we need to look after our small businesses. That's not great for them.
So let's go into that in a little bit of detail, though, because you're saying there, the NHS needs tax money, right? It needs revenue. They're talking about increasing the tax.
Yeah.
That's more money, right, for the NHS?
No, because it's not. Think about it, yeah? We're putting the taxes up, yeah? Which means these businesses, especially little pubs and independent man-man-beds, are struggling, coming out of lockdown, coming out of COVID, like, everything's more expensive. They're struggling to keep afloat. They're going to go, I can't do this anymore. I can't work for this. I can't do these long hours. I'm going to have to go and get a job. Them small businesses, you're not funding someone with a big lavish lifestyle. You're funding someone to pay their child to have. Also, before I get one over.
Easy.
Yeah, you're paying for you know someone to give their kid football lessons on a weekend. You're paying for someone for that nice car they want to save up for. Like these are what small businesses are doing, and like you've got to support small businesses. And keep putting taxes up on them. They're going to fall because everything else is getting dear from them as well, and they won't be able to carry on. And then you lose them, and then you don't get the tax. It's a catch-22.
Will you talk a little bit more about the pressures that small businesses are facing? Because it's not just an increased tax take, is it? It's also energy bills. It's food shortages.
Right. So. Energy bills, are it's all a fugazi. It's all fake. It's all nonsense, yeah.
What do you mean by that?
Well, because these big energy corporations are publishing their profits that are higher than they've ever had.
Yeah.
And it's a bit all right. Listen, we know what's going on with Ukraine and Russia, and we know that it's all getting dear. We know that, yeah?
Yeah.
But it doesn't need to go as dear as what it's gone. They're basically thinking, we've got a crisis, we're going to take a liberty, and we're going to charge them more money, and we know they can't afford it, and we know they can't feed their kids, and we know they can't put the heating on. But you know what? Sod them. We're thinking about our own pockets and our investors' pockets and our big board of directors who are lining their pockets. That's all they're thinking about. They're selfish. They're wrong. It's disgusting. And energy bills, if they don't come down, I feel like I'll do a march around London and I'll get a little team with me. I will. I can't do. I'm not having it no more.
Call to arms. Yeah. I'm detecting we call it a degree of socialist sentiment there from you, Tom. I mean, we're talking about Amazon not paying enough tax. We're talking about these big corporations, and you wanting to hit them with maybe a windfall tax, or for them to pay anyway on their massive profits. I mean, would that be a fair description of your politics? Tell me a little bit.
I don't listen. I don't know about that. You know what I mean? But I'm just for the everyday man. You know, everyday man and woman. Yeah, that's all I'm for. You know what I mean? Like, I'm there for the people that go out to work hard, and it makes me feel sick. Like, I'm lucky that in life I'm doing okay. Yeah, and I can afford. It's not cheap, my energy bill. I think it's over £1,000 a month. It's ridiculous. Do you know what I mean? But I have got a young child and I have got to keep the heating on all the time. And I'm fortunate that I've worked hard my whole life and I can afford to do that, yeah? But there's so many people that can't do it. They're thinking about whether they go to Iceland and get a dinner, yeah, or they put the heating on. And that's not where it's wrong. And my dad always tells me, back in the early 80s and mid 80s, yeah, you could go out with £10, yeah, and have a great night out and have change, yeah? You go out £10 now, it doesn't even buy you a box of cigarettes. It buys you not even 2 pints in London. But wages haven't gone up that much since then. So that's one of the big problems we've got is wages haven't gone up. Everything else has gone up, and the people are getting squeezed. The rich are getting richer, the poor are getting poorer.
Yeah. So we're talking about this, right? So reducing living standards, real-term wage decreases, because as you've said, your money's not going up, but everything else is. We've seen yesterday as well, actually, same day as the budget, this huge wave of strike action. Junior doctors, teachers, civil servants, and they're not the only ones who've been at it. RMT, the National Rail today.
Can I tell you, just got butting sorry about this?
Yeah,
right?
Go ahead, mate.
So a friend of mine had a hip operation, yeah? And he had insurance, but he went private, yeah, from his job. And it cost, I think it's something like 20 or 30, it was a lot of money. Let's say it's a brand new car. Let's say it's 30 grand, let's say. I can't remember what he said to me, yeah? But when he looked through the costs of that, did you know that the doctor, the surgeon, only got 600 quid out of all that money, yeah? The rest of the money went on renting the room, went on the antibiotics and the tablets, went on the everything else, and the doctor who's trained probably 10 years in university, probably in debt up to their eyeballs because from student loans and everything else, and yet they've got all the skill in the world. They've saved someone's life. They've given the better quality of life, let them walk again, and they're not getting paid enough. Wrong.
So then, when the junior doctors say we're not having it, we're going on strike, what do you say to them?
I make them right, but then also they've got a duty of care as well. You know what I mean? Like, I stand with you. Listen, all day long, you ain't getting enough money. I know that. You know what I mean? Like, it's not fair, but as well, there are sick people that rely on them. Listen, and we need someone to come in there, and the whole world needs shifting around. I should be the Prime Minister. That's like,
I didn't think that would be the outcome of this conversation.
No, that's what's going to happen. Because
you're running. This is an exclusive. You're running.
I'm going to go for Prime Minister. Let me tell you now, yeah. It's wrong. Every single person, yeah, should be able to go and afford a pint of beer at the end of the week. Every single person should be able to put their eating on. Every single person should be able to have what they want for dinner, yeah? And 20, 30 years ago, that was the case, yeah? Now, it's not the case. Even doctors are struggling because they want to work in these hospitals, yet the rent is so high. Everything is wrong. The whole country's turning its head or it's going to collapse.
So Brendan Behan, the Irish playwright, says he opposes everything to do with society apart from that which makes the roads safer, the beer colder and cheaper, and keeps the old people warm in winter.
Brilliant.
Yeah, you into it, yeah?
Brilliant.
You into it. One last thing about the budget. Big announcement on childcare. I know you've got twins on the way. You've got a kid as well. Your thoughts and feelings on that childcare announcement that came out yesterday in the budget? Yeah.
So I think it's a good thing that's happening. It's a good thing that's coming on. Brilliant thing. Yeah. Listen, like it's Lynn, lovely Lynn here over here. Yeah. Just told me she pays £19,000 a year for childcare just so she can go to work. That ain't on. Now, but they're upping it to 30 hours a week. Yeah. But it's not happening for another couple of years. Why is it not happening now? I know these things need to be paid for, and I understand that, but let people have the chance to go to work to earn a living. Don't let them go to work and then spend all of it. Listen, everyone should have the right to have a child, yeah? Listen, everyone should have the right to have 2 or 3 children, but people can't afford to have children. What'll end up happening is people start having children, then we die out. It's fine, though, isn't it? Like, there'll be no more people left.
Mr. Skinner, I'm getting from you in this interview big taxes on the corporations, radical, universal childcare, and you're running your transformative agenda for Britain. It's pretty radical ideas coming out of you right now.
Listen, mate, let me do it.
Yeah?
I'll have a go. Listen, how hard can it be?
Can't be that hard to do it better than they're doing it.
Let's be honest, Sherlock. Right, like, I don't think there's ever been a prime minister in this country who knows what it's like, yeah, not to be able to put food on the table, who knows what it's like, yeah, when you ain't got 10 quid to put diesel in your van to get to work, yeah, who knows what it's like when you have to borrow money to pay your rent, yeah. We need someone. I've been all them places, you know what I mean? I've been skinned, I've borrowed money, yeah. I know what it's like to be in my house. I slept on a fucking, sorry,
no, you're right, don't worry.
I slept on a pull-out futon in my mum's front room when I was on my arse and had no money, yeah. I know what it's like to be skinned, yeah. I've sober hopped, yeah. I've also worked every single hour that God's given me and done well for myself, but still, like, no one should, again, have to work to live. Let's live to work, yeah? Let's turn it around. Let's up the wages. Let's get the cost of living down. Let's get rid of these stupid corporations that are ripping the arse out of people. And people are getting depressed. We need to motivate the nation. We need to turn it up a little bit. Get me in the PM, number 10. I'm going to do the job. I don't care, yeah? I'm the governor around here. Let's have a go.
Yeah, man. All right, then. On that point about motivation, then, a few words for the Joe audience on the basis of what's happening today.
So you're listening to Joe, yeah? So vote for me, Tom Skinner, the next Prime Minister of the UK. I'm going to do a better job, you know I will. But listen, whatever you're doing out there, when you're watching the videos of Joe, whether you're looking at everything they do, they're a great company, they're great guys. And, yeah, keep on smashing life. Bosh.
Bosh. Tom Skinner.
Sweet, mate.
Cheers, mate.